Hi guys, welcome back to Movie Chat and more. And if you're here for the very first time, this is going to be a live Halloween AMA. Ask me anything you want about the Halloween franchise, including Halloween 3. I don't know much about Halloween 3. I've only seen it a couple of times. But yeah, this is Halloween AMA. So if you want to know what I think about Halloween Kills, I think a lot of you may already know. But AMA Halloween style, guys. Halloween style. Gotta remember, this time last week here was Halloween. Here in the UK. Let's see how many people joined the chat. As always, I think we've got one person watching. Feel free to say hello. But see how it goes. If nobody shows up, then the stream will end and it will be taken down from my channel. Hey, we got a thumbs up. Whoever did that, thank you very much. Thank you. It's really funny how I think I've talked about this before. I know other YouTubers have as well. It's hilarious how some people out there actually believe a thumbs down is a negative thing. I mean, yes, in their head it's negative. It's like, we don't like this. We hate this. But what they're doing is helping my channel whenever that happens. I think I did a video about that. Like, thank you. I mean, it's always nicer to get a thumbs up than a thumbs down. But with the YouTube algorithm, the thumbs down gets as much attention as thumbs up. So yeah, we are 2 minutes and 36 seconds in. That's not too long. So we're going to be talking Halloween, the Halloween franchise. Halloween H2O, Halloween 78, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, 5, all of them. Let's see how many people show. Let's see how many people show up to the live stream, and we would go from there. Hey, Quincy Bittles. I remember you from the other night, buddy. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hello, host. You can call me Rich. You have to call me host. What are some of your top favorite kills in the Halloween franchise? Fan-fucking-tastic question. Quincy Bittles, fan-fucking-tastic question. I still love your pick, by the way. Awesome. What are some my kills, my favorite kills? Yep. Every kill in Halloween 78, Annie, Linda with the telephone cord. I think my favorite kill in the first movie would have to be Bob, because with a knife, and then that could never happen, but the knife, to Bob's midsection, and Michael Myers, the head tilt. There's quite a few. Halloween 2. The nurse in Halloween 2 with the syringe to the side of the head, to the temple here. Halloween 4. The first one that comes to mind with Halloween 4 is Kelly Meeker, the sheriff's daughter. She literally has a shotgun go through her body and through the door. Love that kill scene. In Halloween 5, the first one that comes to mind is the guy that looks like Fonzie. The guy that, what's his name? His name is actually Michael. And he gets, I think, a pitchfork or something to the head. Halloween 6, it would probably, there's quite a few. Halloween 6, even though you don't see the kill itself, you see the after effects. And it would be Deborah. I love it when John gets his head fucking explodes. That's great. John and Deborah, obvious nod and a wink to John Carpenter, Deborah Hill. But yeah, Deborah, because you see Michael and the blood all the way up the those so very, very nice clean sheets. When it comes to Halloween, Halloween H2O, okay. Quincy Bill says, I liked when he killed that loudmouth DJ in Halloween 6. Yep. That pussy Michael Myers. Yep. Love that. Yep. But I never know how he got his dead body up into a tree without anyone noticing. Yeah, I mean, that's when we have to suspend our disbelief when it comes to stuff like that, don't we? We have to. Quincy Beatles follows up with, I never put that John and Deborah thing from part 6 together. Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely. John Carpenter, Deborah Hill. Yep. What was I saying? Halloween H2O. Ooh, favorite kill scene, Halloween H2O. This is a shame because he's one of my favorite characters in the entire franchise, and that's Will. Jamie Lee Curtis's boyfriend in Halloween H2O, with the knife in the back, and Michael Myers lifts him up. Halloween Resurrection. Ooh, my favorite kill scene in Halloween Resurrection. I don't think I have one. Maybe Jen. Maybe Jen, with her head being sliced off. Quincy Beatles, Busta Rhymes, trick or treat, motherfucker. Yeah. Yep. He stayed alive, did he not? Yeah, he did. Yeah, of course he did. I know he did. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, after that we go Rob Zombie, and wow, I mean, Rob Zombie's 2007 Halloween had lots of cool kills. The first one that comes to mind is the guy, Joe Grizzly. He's been in other Rob Zombie movies. What we have here is Joe Grizzly, bitch. Yeah, that's the way he fights back against Michael Myers in that scene. Absolutely fantastic. You're not going to beat Michael Myers in that, that Michael Myers. But yeah, Joe Grizzly, bitch. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I don't have one. I'm not a fan of that movie at all. So then we go to Halloween 28. Yeah, Halloween 2018. My favorite kill scene from that one, from Halloween 2018. What they did right with Halloween 2018 is, yes, we did see Michael Myers kill people. Yeah. One of the things that's something they did right. But something that was even better, in my opinion, with Halloween 2018 is we saw the after effects of the kills. And you got the guy in the garage with his neck up like this or something. There's some really cool after effects in Halloween 2018 when it comes to kills. Halloween 2018, not Halloween Kills, Halloween 2018. The kill scene that we actually get to see in 2018, probably Ray. I got peanut butter on my penis. Peanut butter on my penis. Yeah, because the guy is such a waste of fucking space. So yeah, I would probably say Ray. But you got the two podcasters. Is it Adam? Adam and the lady's name. I can't think of her name. Quincy, if you're still watching, anybody still watching? Yeah, that kill scene with those two podcasters is really cool. Halloween Kills, I don't have one because I think the movie is complete and utter garbage. Absolute shit. The worst Halloween movie ever made. Quincy, I am here. Thank you very much for sticking around, Quincy. Yeah, Halloween Kills. What would I say? Okay, spoiler alert, just in case you haven't seen it. Spoiler alert. Probably in Halloween Kills would be Karen. Not because the kill scene is so good. It's kind of like Ray in 2018. I loathe the character so much. I was happy to see him die. And it's the same with Karen in Halloween Kills. She's boring. Absolutely piss boring. And I was happy to see her gone. So yeah, hopefully I've answered your question. My favorite kill scenes in the Halloween franchise? Great question. Quincy Bill says, do you think Donald Pleasance means as much to Halloween franchise as Jamie Lee Curtis? I think Donald Pleasance means more. Jamie Lee Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis is a big deal. A big deal when it comes to Halloween, you know? Yeah. People would have to be fucking stupid to say Jamie Lee Curtis does not bring anything to the table, because she does. But in my humble opinion, I would say Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis brings more to the table. I mean, come on. I mean, the speeches, I should say. Even in Halloween 5. I mean, I like Halloween 5. The first video I ever did here on Movie Chat and More was all about Halloween 5. Is it so bad? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And then Halloween 5, Donald Pleasance, Sam Loomis. What was it? I prayed in, was it? I will get it. I will get it. I prayed in my heart that he would burn in hell, but I knew that hell would not have him. And then, that's a fantastic line. Halloween, the original, and Halloween 2. Staring at the wall, not seeing the wall, inhumanly patient, waiting for some silent trigger. Death has come to your little town, sheriff. You can either ignore it, or you can help it to stop it. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, motionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because I realized what was living behind those boys' eyes was purely and simply evil. So yeah, in my humble opinion, Donald Pleasance means more than Jamie D. Curtis. You're rocking Quincy Bills. That was a great answer. Thank you, Rich. Awesome. Well, the welcome. Thank you for the question. Yeah. Quincy says he was doing really well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, forgot to mention that. But yeah. And if I was 150 miles away from me, I forgot to say he's getting drive the car. He was doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave him lessons. Hey, Cinematic Addict is in the room. Welcome, Cinematic Addict. This is All Halloween AMA. Thank you, Cinematic, for joining the chat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Quincy says Loomis has so many great lines. Quote. Yeah, he does. So many. Quincy Bill says you can get back in there and get back on that telephone and tell them exactly who walked out of here last night and tell them exactly where he's going. Probably going. I am wasting my time. Now, for God's sakes, Haddonfield's 150 miles away from me. For God's sakes, again, drive a car. He was doing very well last night. Maybe some around here gave him lessons. Yeah, that one is classic. It's funny. It's hilarious. But was it supposed to be funny? Probably not. But it is funny. Come on. It's fucking hilarious. Cinematic Addict. Evil dies tomorrow. Evil dies tomorrow. Oh. There it is. That's what I think of Halloween Kills. I mean, there is a standalone video on my channel about what I think of Halloween Kills, but that's what I think of Halloween Kills. Just listen to this one more time. Yeah, listen to this. That's it. That's what I think of Halloween Kills. Quincy says, I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. You know what death is? Right at the start of Halloween 2, yeah? That guy, the voice, I think is Tommy Lee Wallace. Tommy Lee Wallace? Yeah. The guy who directed Halloween 3. I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. That, I think, is Tommy Lee Wallace. The guy we see is not. I don't think it is. At least I think it is, But a little bit of Rocky there. Rocky 4, Rocky versus Drago, is coming to cinemas very soon here in the UK. And I have my ticket booked. Not going to miss that. Yeah, that is that voice. I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. Yeah, it's, I think, Tommy Lee Wallace, the production designer for Halloween, the original Halloween 78. You can tell it's him. you can just tell it's his voice. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, this is all Halloween AMA. Been a great chat so far. Cinematic Addict, Quincy Bittles, are you both still here? I don't often do this, but are you both still in the chat? Otherwise, I become Danny Glover in a movie called Pure Luck. Am I talking to myself here? If you've never seen Pure Luck with Danny Glover and Martin Short, check it out. It's fucking hilarious. Quincy Bittles says, I heard Shatner say recently that he never knew that Myers' mask was originally a Shatner mask. Yeah. Yeah. Quincy follows up with, I don't buy it. How after all these years he never heard that? Yeah, very true. He did know that. William Shatner, William Shatner is probably one of the worst actors in the world. He's a ham. William Shatner is a ham. So it would not surprise me for him to come out and say something like that. Of course he knows. He knew years ago. Years ago. Yeah, I don't buy that either. Cinematic Addict. I know Quincy's still here. Yep, Quincy Bittles. Totally agree. Excuse me. Totally agree about Shatner. Yeah, the guy's a ham. Cinematic Addict. Are you still here, buddy? Live AMA. All about the Halloween franchise. You can even ask me about Halloween 3 if you want to. I don't know much about that movie, but I've seen it. It's not part of the franchise. It's a movie. It's a good stand-alone movie. If it had been released as Season of the Witch, not Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, just Season of the Witch, it would have found its audience. Okay, I see we got 3 people watching. Thank you so much. Feel free to ask me anything about the Halloween franchise. Yeah. If you want to ask me about Halloween Kills, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think the movie was a complete fucking mess. An absolute mess. There is a video on my channel, a standalone video. It's not live, Halloween Kills, the worst Halloween movie ever made. It's on my channel, guys. It's on my channel. Mm-hmm. How's the stream going? This one I do quite a bit. Cinematic Addict, I'm here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sticking around. Like I was saying, I don't want this guy to come over here with all that hype, trying to make us look bad. Try it every other way. With Rock's help, we can get great media coverage, make this bad for a change. I think it's wrong. It's never been more right. Hey, yo, Paul, can I ask you something? Yeah. This fight you're having against the Russian, you think maybe you ain't against him? If it's not him standing, then who's it against? I think maybe it's you against you, maybe. Yeah, I think you really are getting brain damage. That's what I think, Stanley. Yeah, maybe talking the truth. I think I want to hand this Stanley. Hey, yo, Paul, you great fighter, no doubt about that. But look at that. You ain't gonna believe this. That ain't us out there no more, Paulo. We can't do that the way we did it before. We're changing. We're turning into normal, regular people. I don't want to change. I like who I am. I like who I are too, Paulo, but you ain't gonna believe it. You know? Nah, Stanley, that's what you want. We can't change who we really are. And you forget all this money and stuff you got all around you, man, because that don't change a thing. You and me, we don't even have a choice. See, we're born with this killer instinct that you just can't turn off and on like some radio. We have to be right in the middle of the action because we're the warriors. And without some challenge, without some damn water fight, then the warriors will be there, Stanley. So I'm asking you, as a friend, stand by my side this one last time. You're a great talker, Paul. When this is over, you know me, Stallion. I always think something else. That's what I'm afraid of. Sorry for that guy, you know. Doom. Sorry, guys, I just went off on a complete Rocky IV tangent there. My apologies for that. Cinematic Addict says, just listening. That's fine. That's fine. Quincy Bill says, worst one ever made. I haven't seen it yet, but I do respect your opinion. Can you explain why you feel this way? I don't mind spoilers. The best thing you can do, Quincy, is look at the video on my channel. It's not a live video. It's a standalone video. It's you won't have to look far. It's the Halloween Kills logo, and I just hated everything about it. The dialogue was over the top, corny shit. The cinematography was all over the place. The pacing, the editing, the pacing, the editing, everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. I mean, the only thing that most Halloween fans can agree on is the 1978 flashback. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. But in a way, in a way that bothers me, but it probably doesn't bother. Well, it may bother other Halloween fans. Even though the flashback scene, in Halloween Kills, even though that was cool, it kind of fucks around the original Halloween timeline. Kind of. Not so much that it's like an atrocity, but it does fuck around with the Halloween timeline. Just a little bit. Shit, guys, my battery is just about out. Let's make sure I put a pluggy back in, and there we are. Cinematic Addict says, I like the gay representation in Kills, but they spent too much time on them. I'd rather see it spent on Marion Chambers or someone else. Yeah, I mean, that's something else I say in my standalone video. The legacy characters, Marion, Tommy was used, but I did not like the way Tommy was used. But he's the only one. I mean, what did they do with Lizzie Wallace? What did they do with Brackett? All these legacy characters were completely and utterly fucking wasted in that movie. Josh, you drunk? Tipsy, Josh. I'm tipsy. And thank you for being here, my friend. Just kidding. Love the impressions, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from. I am so fucking psyched to see Rocky versus Drago, Rocky 4, the ultimate director's cut, being Sylvester Stallone. I am so psyched for that movie. Wow. Just says, I must admit, the more I hear about this movie, the less interested I am in it. Josh, don't let me or anybody else stop you from watching the movie. Okay? Watch Halloween Kills. Actually, I implore you to watch Halloween Kills when you can, because then you'll have your own opinion about it. You haven't got to listen to assholes like me talking about Halloween Kills, Have your own opinion. I implore you, Josh, to watch it when you can. And then you can come back and say what you thought of it. Your opinion counts. It doesn't matter what I think. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion, That's just my opinion. Halloween Kills is a piece of trash. Go and see it for yourself, or wait for the Blu-ray, That's what counts. What you think, and everybody else watching me right now, and after the fact, what you think of Halloween Kills, that's what counts. It doesn't matter what I think. It's just my opinion. You know? Quincy Bill says, okay, after this live, I'll watch that video. Thank you very much, Quincy. I really appreciate that. Josh says, it's always the movies I think I'm going to love that let me down. Yeah, well, that can happen with expectations. You know, your expectations are very, very high. Sometimes not just you, Josh. I'm talking about, you know, like me, everyone. You know, I mean, I'm trying to think of a movie, probably Halloween 2018. I mean, that movie, wow. I mean, the expectation for that movie was it was, whoa, up here. Whoa, you know? So it could never really live up to my expectations. So that's why, you know, maybe, I mean, that Halloween 2018 has problems. Lots and lots and lots of problems. But the expectation level, going to see that movie in 2018, way too high. And that's what can happen. Josh says, you using a desktop? No, it's a laptop. Cinematic Addict asks, what's your favorite horror remakes? Well, maybe ask me what my least favorite are. My favorite horror. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great question. I actually cannot think of a movie that's been remade, a horror movie that's been remade that I love. So I would have to go the other way and say my least favorites. And the first one that comes to mind is the remake of Fright Night. Fright Night, the original 1985 Fright Night, is one of my favorite movies of all time. That was a complete letdown for me. The guy, Colin Farrell, he did his best at playing Jerry Dandridge, the vampire next door. But yeah, that film was a shit show. I actually can't think of one. I mean, Halloween 2007, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007. I'm quite a big fan of that movie. I know a lot of people are not. Favorite remakes, yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007. That's the first one that comes to mind. Horror remakes. I can't say Child's Play, even though I saw Child's Play at the cinema and I own it on DVD. It's fun, but it's not Child's Play. It is and it isn't. You've seen the original Child's Play. You know what I'm talking about. I will try and think of more horror remakes. I mean, what about the Amityville Horror remake? A little bit too much, but it's the Amityville Horror remake was a fun remake. When was that movie made? Was it 2006? I think. The Amityville Horror remake, where I think Ryan Reynolds was in that movie. Quincy Bill says, were you a fan of the It remakes? Sorry, not a Halloween question. That's fine, Quincy. Don't worry about it. Am I a fan? No. I think they're shit. I saw the first one, and when it comes to It Chapter 2, I haven't even seen more than 10 minutes of the movie. I am a massive fan of the original 1990 TV movie. Tim Curry will always be my Pennywise. When it comes to the It remakes, no, I think they're garbage. I think they're absolute shit. I haven't seen the second one. Like I said, I've seen about 10 minutes of the second one, maybe. And the first it blew, in my humble opinion. It's just my opinion. Josh says, I like diversity in film, TV, etc. But it should happen organically, not just for the sake of it. I hate box ticking. I totally agree, Josh. It should be organic. It should feel real. It should be there for a reason. It should not be shoehorned in. So yeah, I know where you're coming from there, Josh, and I totally agree. As does Quincy. Josh says, oh, I still watch it when it comes out on DVD. I can't be asked to see it at the pictures. I'm not a fan. I love the original It, the TV miniseries, the TV movie with Tim Curry. Josh says Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake is better than the original. I remember you saying you preferred it to. Yeah, I do. That's a good one. That is a good one, Josh. Yeah, I do. Was that what year was that? Was that 2006 as well? I think it was. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let's see.
Your phone's mobile data is turned off, so I can't help you with that at the moment.
Okay, give me a second. 2003. Okay, you save me the bother of going through this nonsense. Thank you, Josh. 2003. Yeah, that remake is better than the original. I know some people would say, what the fuck? But yeah. Yeah. I'm getting used to a new phone. You know what it's like. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it was 2003. What year was the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
In the United Kingdom, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out on the 31st of October 2003.
Halloween. I never knew that. 2003, yeah. I never knew it came out on Halloween itself. Wow. Yeah, I never knew it came out on Halloween. Josh says, oh no, wait. Quincy, let's see. Quincy Biddle says, oh yeah, the Texas Chainsaw remake, awesomely horrifying. That may be my favorite remake along with It. Are you a fan of the remake of It? That's great stuff, man. That's great stuff. I'm not. You are. That's what counts. But yeah, the Texas remake is better, in my opinion, than the original. I think the original Texas Chainsaw is unbelievably overrated. But there are reasons for that. You know, I mean, yeah, there are reasons for that, but that's a whole different horror discussion, you know. Quincy Bills, 2005 Amity remake. It was 2005. You're right. Thank you. Just says, I talk to Quincy. Great stuff. I love it when you guys talk to one another. We're building a community here at Movie Chat and More. So I love that shit. I love it. I've got to read this one out, though. Yeah, Josh says, yeah, Quincy, we always stray on to other topics, especially when he's had a few ciders. LOL, so no worries. Josh 2003, I hate the original. You got Samsung. No, that's a Nokia. That's a Nokia. Fine. It's pretty cool. Can be annoying, as most mobile phones or pocket computers can be. They're not phones anymore. They're pocket computers. They just happen to make phone calls. Excuse me. Cinematic Addict says Ryan Reynolds was really good in it. I thought that's when you saw him as more than just a comedian. I do like the remake, The Fly, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre Child's Play remake. I admire. Now that's interesting. Admire. You admire the Child's Play remake. I like it. I saw it at the cinema. I own it on DVD, not Blu-ray, DVD. But admire. That's interesting, Cinematic Addict. Yeah, I like it. I think the original from 88, was it? 1988, I think, blows it out of the water. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was really good in the Amityville. Yep, more than just a comedian. I agree. Yeah, he was good. Ryan Reynolds was good in the remake of Amityville. I think the film was just a little bit over the top. A little bit over the top. Cinematic Addict says, Evil Dead was good. Evil Dead was good. I don't think I've seen the remake of Evil Dead. Not even a big fan of the original movie. So when it comes to Evil Dead, there's not much I can say. I'm not an Evil Dead fan. That's what I can say. I'm not a fan of the Evil Dead series. Cinematic Addict says, worst remake for me is probably RoboCop, even though it's not horror. And Omen remake, just watched again. Why? Yeah, RoboCop, totally agree. Absolute piece of shit. I think Michael Keaton was in that. I think Michael Keaton was in the remake of RoboCop, one of my favorite actors of all time, in one of the shittiest remakes ever made. So yeah, totally agree. I love the original RoboCop from 1987, I think it was. Josh says, I love the Planet of the Apes remakes. Matt Reeves. Well, he did the sequels. I haven't got a clue who Matt Reeves is. I'm not a big Planet of the Apes fan. Even the original, like with Roderick Dow, not a big fan. Just says, I love the first Evil Dead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the original again because I might come back with a completely different opinion. But I'm not blown. I wasn't. Everyone was saying this is what I mean about expectations up here, so fucking high, you know. So when I finally got around to seeing the original Evil Dead, I was like, really? But I should revisit that movie, and I will. I don't know when, but I will. Cinematic Addict says, I wish they kept making Texas Chainsaw movies in the same style as the remake and beginning. Would be great. They suck since. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the beginning. But Texas Chainsaw, the beginning, was far, far better than Texas Chainsaw, the one that came out in 3D. Everyone's supposed to feel sorry for Leatherface. You know the movie I'm talking about. I think it was just called Texas Chainsaw. The beginning is better than that movie. Let's see. Don't want to miss anybody. Josh says, have you seen Darkman? Liam Neeson? No, I haven't. I know of Darkman, but I've never seen the movie. Yep, haven't seen it. Quincy Bill says, yeah, that RoboCop remake was so pathetic. How dare they even try to remake that classic? Yep. Totally agree. It was an absolute shit show. And I'm such a fan of the original from 1987, I think it was. Yeah, but that's what they do. I mean, it's all about the money, 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 money. But there has not been, as far as I know, a sequel to the remake of RoboCop. So hopefully it found at the box office. I think it did. There you go. I'm frigging my throat tonight. Cinema Addict says Texas Chainsaw 3D wasn't as bad as everyone says, in my opinion, but definitely could be better. The soy house they remodeled was perfection. Yes, that was cool. That was cool. I do actually. Give me a second. This one, yeah? That's the one you're talking about? I own it on Blu-ray. I'm not a big fan of this movie. But yeah, the house does look good in this movie. Great stuff coming in tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Cinematic Addict says, yeah, I was seriously about to leave the theater. Worst experience ever. It had a damn good cast too. Hated the design, the rating, and the lack of action. Ugh. You talking about this one? Not a big fan. Not a big. Why should we feel sorry for Leatherface? I mean, I know where they were going with that, but what a way to go. Complete shit. But you're right about a house. The house does look good. If it's, yeah. Quincy says this isn't horror, but that movie they made about Wizard of Oz with James Franco almost made me sick. Haven't seen it. A remake of Wizard of Oz. I haven't even heard of it. But I wouldn't bother. Personally, I probably would never bother watching a remake of that movie. Because it probably made me sick as well. Cinematic Addict says, I admire. Okay. I admire they changed the story in Child's Play, but thought the execution could be better. Still enjoyable though. Yeah, I mean, I saw that movie, like I say, at the cinema. When was that? 2017? 2018? 2019. Of course it was. The remake of Child's Play 19. It is very enjoyable. I watched it a few times on DVD. Really enjoy it. I think the last spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen the Child's Play remake. I think the last 20 minutes, the last 15, 20 minutes of that movie, kind of ruins the whole fucking movie. I mean, it's good. It's watchable. It's enjoyable. It is. But the last 15, 20 minutes of that movie, no. I remember sitting there in the cinema thinking, what the? Yeah, it went too far. Josh says Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes was awful. 2001, I believe. I was Tim Burton. Love Tim Burton. But I'm not. Planet of the Apes does. Yeah, that's not my thing. I'm not a fan of Planet of the Apes. The original with Roddy McDowell and Tim Burton. Did Tim Burton do the remake of The Time Machine as well? I'm not sure. I love it. You guys chatting with one another. I love it. Cinema Addict says, I like Burton's Apes and The Rise, but not so much the Reeves sequels, in my opinion. I have no opinion on those movies. I have no right to have an opinion on those movies because I don't know enough about them. They're just not my thing, you know. So my opinion on the remakes of Planet of the Apes, I don't have one because they're just not my thing, you know. Josh says James Franco makes me makes me sick just in general. You guys are going back and forth. This is great stuff, man. Great stuff. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. I love it when you guys talk to one another. Like I said, almost since day one, I'll be chatting more. It's my channel, but it's your show. My channel, your show. Well, scrolling down. Joe says Mark Wahlberg is a poor man's Matt Damon. LOL. Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon. I would have to say, who do I think the better? I mean, I know you're not asking me, but I haven't seen many Matt Damon movies, if any. So I would have to go with Mark Wahlberg. The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. Ted, I think, was Mark Wahlberg. Two completely different movies there, yeah. Ted 2, I thought was complete shit, but the original Ted with Wahlberg, I love it. And The Happening is a great movie. Cinema Addict says, I don't have any faith in the Netflix Chainsaw movie. Well, I don't have Netflix. If that's where it's going, yes. Of course, it's going to be a Netflix thing. Do you know what? I wish them the best of luck. I wish them the best of luck. But I don't have Netflix. I'm not interested. But I wish them all the luck in the world. And anyone who is a Texas Chainsaw fan, I want them to enjoy it for what it is. Cinema Addict says The Witch is one of my favorites, best movie of the years, in my opinion. The Witch. Haven't seen it. Glad you enjoyed it. Buddy. Haven't seen it. Hey, Will. How you doing, man? How's it feel to be on the other side of the table? Will from the Artist Version 1. Great channel. If you haven't checked out the Artist Version 1 channel, you're missing out. Check it out. Subscribe. Will says you should watch Netflix's With Game, period. I don't have Netflix. and I have no interest in paying for Netflix. What I'm missing is Cobra Kai season 3 and season 4 and probably season 5. That's what I'm missing from Netflix, Will. When it comes to the Squid Game, yeah, I've heard about it. I don't really care about it. Josh says, I love Tim Burton when he's doing his own thing, but hate it when he tries to remake stuff. When he tries to remake stuff. Yeah, did Tim Burton do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I think he did. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. Tim Burton, yeah, Batman Returns, Edward Scissorhands, one of my favorite movies of all time. Tim Burton, The Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah, Tim Burton. Beetlejuice. But when he tries to remake something, the only one I can think of is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I'm never going to watch anyway. Where are we? Cinematic Addict says, I hate most witch movies, shows, is too teeny bopper. I love the show, the serious dark direction, and the dialogue was flawless. Actually creeped me out. Good stuff, Cinematic Addict. Good stuff. Josh says he'll never get Netflix. LOL. No, I probably won't. I'll probably never get Netflix. Quincy Biddle says, I absolutely love Batman Returns, directed by Tim Burton. That's my favorite Batman movie. Yes, 1992. Yep, love that movie myself. Michelle Pfeiffer will always be my Catwoman. Yeah. Danny DeVito as the Penguin did a fan-fucking-tastic job. I do prefer Batman. 1989's Batman. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I'm kind of like, and I may get a lot of shit for this, but I'm kind of like, Heath who? Ledger who? Quincy Biddle says Michael Keaton, best Batman in my opinion. Yep, I totally agree. Michael Keaton will always be my Batman too. Scroll down. Cinematic Addict says, yeah, not a fan of Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. That's the other one I was trying to think of. I was trying to think of Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. That's another movie that I have no interest in whatsoever. But to be fair, never care for the cartoon either. But it's horrible CGI and plastered everywhere. Yep. Yeah, CGI. They go over the top. In this era, it's too much. Josh says, yeah, I love Burton's first Batman with Jack Nicholson. One of my favorite movies. Cinematic Addict says, Michelle Pfeiffer makes Returns one of my faves too. he couldn't come back for a third Batman. Yeah, I mean, Val Kilmer basically did what Michael Keaton. He was directed by Joel Schumacher basically to do what Michael Keaton did, and Val Kilmer did a pretty good job. Val Kilmer, it's kind of like a bad version. That's going too far. That's going too far. It's a carbon copy. Val Kilmer's Batman was fine. I mean, look who we had after. I mean, don't get me wrong, love George Clooney, but he ain't Batman. And that movie was a piece of shit. So Batman and Robin. But yeah, Val Kilmer, Batman Forever, he just did what Michael Keaton did. He was directed that way. He's just not the same. He did not play the role as Batman and Bruce Wayne as good as Michael Keaton. But he was just doing what he was told to do, you know. Jeff says Ted was really funny, but it's not one I'd rewatch. I agree. The second one was terrible. Yeah, it was. The first Ted, was really weird. It's weird. It's like that line in Christine. It's fucking weird, Arnie. It's fucking weird. It's a weird film. Ted is a really weird film. But it's very, very funny. It's very funny. But it's weird. Conspiracy Trifecta is in the chat. Welcome, Conspiracy. How are you? Conspiracy Trifecta says, I like most everything I see from Tim Burton. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, I mean, my favorite Tim Burton movie is probably Batman. But I do love Beetlejuice, and I absolutely fucking adore Edward Scissorhands. Tim Burton, he's got his own vision, kind of like Rob Zombie. I'm not comparing Tim Burton to Rob Zombie. I'm just saying they've got their way of telling a story, and they stick to it. Yeah, I'm not comparing Burton with Zombie, but you know where I'm coming from, right? They have a vision and they stick with it. Kind of like Danny DeVito. I always say Danny DeVito is one of the most underrated directors in the world. War of the Roses, Duplex, otherwise known as Our House. Danny DeVito has that Tim Burton thing going on, kind of. He's dark comedy. Just watch War of the Roses and you'll see what I mean. You've probably already seen War of the Roses with Michael Douglas. Let's see. Conspiracy Trifecta says Sleepy Hollow is one I just watched last night. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not a big fan of that one. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm glad you are. You watched it last night. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Conspiracy. Cool stuff. Conspiracy Trifecta follows up with Alice in Wonderland is good too. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's just not for me. Not for me. I'm not taking anything away from Tim Burton, but that movie, not for me. Josh says Juice is probably my favorite Burton movie. Ed Wood and Sleepy Hollow is great also. I haven't seen Ed Wood. Sleepy Hollow I have seen. I'm not a big fan. Beetlejuice, yeah, absolutely fucking love Beetlejuice. Love Beetlejuice. I've got to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in years. Quincy, see Quincy, there you go. Quincy Biddle says Edward Scissorhands is a special movie, one of the best ever made. Never gets old. 110% agree, Quincy. Fucking love me some Edward Scissorhands. That is one of my. If I had to do I don't know, maybe top 50, top 40 movies, Edward Scissorhands would probably be there. It would have to be. Love Edward Scissorhands. And who was in Edward Scissorhands? Who was in Edward Scissorhands? I'm not talking about Johnny Depp. Anthony Michael Hall. The Breakfast Club, which is my second favorite movie of all time, just below Halloween, 1978. Anthony Michael Hall. And what else was Anthony Michael Hall in recently? Halloween Kills. Weird. Cinematic Addict says, I love Cobra Kai. Yep. Such a great way to reboot the movies, the films. I'm glad it's still going, but could have ended it with season 3. I don't know how much further they can take it. I haven't seen season 3. It's Netflix, and I will never have Netflix. Is season 3 really good? I mean, when I saw the first season, I've got Cobra Kai season 1 on Blu-ray and DVD. I've got Cobra Kai season 1 and 2 on DVD. When I first saw Cobra Kai, it was one of the best things I've seen on TV in years. Literally years. Those first 2 episodes especially. Don't get me wrong, I love season 1, season 2, but those first 2 episodes from season 1 of Cobra Kai, magic, absolute magic. Josh says, I didn't even like the original Charlie and the Chocolate, dated and awful. Is that the one with Gene Wilder? I haven't seen it. It's not my kind of movie. I love Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder is a fucking icon. But no, when it comes to... That wasn't called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, was it? It was called something else. Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka? Well, I could be getting confused. The Johnny Depp one could be Willy Wonka. I stand to be corrected. Willy Wonka could be Johnny Depp, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory could be Gene Wilder. Conspiracy Trifecta says the CGI in Alice in Wonderland was a big deal for its time. One of the movies that was able to happen because of Avatar. Yeah, James Cameron, yeah. I wouldn't say... I got to be honest. I'm always honest with you guys, you know. I wouldn't say Alice in Wonderland was able to happen because of Avatar. But I know where you're coming from, conspiracy. I know what you mean. But I couldn't say that myself. It was there. Avatar made Alice in Wonderland possible. I don't know shit really about Alice in I don't know shit about Alice in Wonderland. Avatar. The thing is with Cameron, what Cameron did, and continues to do, Cameron likes to break new ground, doesn't he? Yep, we can all agree with that. Cameron, Terminator 2, Titanic, one of my favorite movies ever, by the way. I saw Titanic 4 times at the cinema, and I'm proud to say that. Avatar, I haven't, believe it or not, I haven't seen it all the way through. Cameron likes aliens, aliens, the abyss. He likes to break new ground. The thing I think of sometimes with James Cameron is the ground he's breaking, is it necessary? Does that ground need to be broken? That's just me, guys. I think sometimes, I'm not taking anything away from Cameron. He's fucking fantastic. He's a visionary. I think sometimes Cameron, in my opinion, I think sometimes Cameron breaks ground that doesn't necessarily need to be broken. But that's just me, So you guys still talking to one another. I love that. I implore that. Conspiracy Trifecta says Big Fish is also very underrated. Never heard of it. I've never heard of Big Fish. Couldn't say anything about that movie. But it sounds like you like it, Conspiracy, so that's what counts, man. That's what counts. Cinematic Addict says Scissorhands. It's a beautiful movie. But where did he get the ice blocks from? Where did he get the ice blocks from? Quincy Biddle says they go through Batman actors nowadays like I go through socks. Yeah, I mean, what was it? Oh, let's see. Adam West. Yeah. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. What they were thinking of there, I don't know. Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a very, very talented man. Bit of a wanker, as we say here in the UK. I think Christian Bale is a bit of a wanker, but a very talented actor. And then we had Ben Affleck, didn't we, in Batman versus Superman? I haven't seen that. Ben Affleck, and now we got Robert Pattinson as the Batman. Am I going to see the Batman at the cinema? No fucking chance. Josh says Sweeney Todd is the only musical I'd watch. LOL. Okay. Quincy Bill says Pee-wee's Big Adventure is probably my favorite Tim Burton movie besides Scissors. That's great. That's fantastic. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Quincy Bill says, tell him Large Marge sent you. I take it that's a lion from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'd never seen the movie. Nothing against watching it. I just haven't seen it yet. Conspiracy Trifecta says, it's funny because I think of Rob Zombie too when I think of Burton. Yeah, there's something. I mean, when I mentioned that, I think I was talking more like Danny DeVito and Tim Burton. Danny DeVito, Tim Burton, kind of the same vision when it comes to directing a movie. But when you say Rob Zombie and Tim Burton, I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from, Conspiracy. I do. And there is. I said earlier on, I think I did. I think I did, you know. But I think you know. It's fake you have against the Russian. Sorry, guys. I'm just so fucking psyched for this director's cut of Rocky 4. But yeah. I know where you're coming from, Conspiracy. Cinematic Addict says, I used to love Pee-wee, couldn't get back into it. Quincy Bill says, I remember the episode of The Office where they did the Sweeney Todd opening. That was pretty cool. I've never seen the movie though. Oh, the American Office. Not a big fan of the American version of The Office. I know it's unbelievably successful, but my Office will always be Ricky Gervais. So the Sweeney Todd opening, great stuff. I've never seen it. I have tried to watch the US version of The Office. I'm just not a big fan. But I'm glad you are. That's what counts. Conspiracy Trifecta says they both have their own styles and actors. 9 out of 10, you can tell it's a zombie movie just by watching it. And the same goes for Burton. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Especially with Rob. I mean, especially with Rob Zombie. Yeah, Rob Zombie, he loves his close-ups, doesn't he? Don't tell me that. That's not the only thing I do. Rob Zombie's got a thing for really close-up shots and scenes. But if you're watching a movie, you know you're watching a Rob Zombie movie. He's got a thing. Rob Zombie's got a thing for close-ups. But that's not the only, that's not the only thing I can say about Rob Zombie movies. I mean, some people say you either love him or you hate him. I don't agree with that. I think Rob Zombie is a very, very talented filmmaker. But he has one vision, and he will never, I don't think Rob Zombie will ever go away from that vision. Quincy Whittle says, if Rob Zombie directs a movie, Sherry Moon is acting in it. Yep, I think she's been Sherry Moon Zombie. I think she's been in every Rob Zombie film. So yeah, we know. But at the end of the day, is that such a bad thing? Pardon me. Quincy Biddle says, I think she's in the new Monsters remake too. Yeah, she is. Can't wait to see what Rob's got in mind for this. I mean, is the Monsters going to be full on serious? I'm hoping not. It should not be. I mean, I don't know too much about it. But yeah, I know Rob Zombie is doing the Monsters, and let's face it, if it's got comedy, which it should have, maybe we'll see a side to Rob Zombie that we never seen before. Maybe. My favorite Rob Zombie movie is The Devil's Rejects. I fucking love that film. That's got humor. But with the Monsters, well, that's got to have more comedy. If that's the way they're going. I don't know which way they're going with the Monsters. But if it is going to be a comedy, full on comedy / horror, maybe we'll see a side to Zombie we haven't seen yet. So I am all down for that. Josh says, as I've said many times before, love Zombie's music, but his movies are yeah, I'm not a fan of Zombie's music. I think I've said that before. I think, yeah, I'm glad you are. Glad you love his music, man. It's too heavy for me. I love rock, but that's more like rock, metal, So yeah, I'm glad you enjoy Rob Zombie's music. I personally do not. Cinematic Addict says Sherry Moon Zombie is like Tim Burton's Johnny Depp. For Zombie, yep. I like his music. Good to work out to. Oh, but there you go. I mean, there you go. If you're a fan of Rob Zombie's music, more power to you. More power to you. I have watched. At the moment, I'm kind of hooked on watching Rob Zombie interviews on YouTube. I can listen to the guy, and I have for hours. Rob Zombie's interviews, he's so funny and so savvy. Yeah. Cinematic Addict says, okay. Let's see. Yep. Cinematic Addict says, I like Cobra Kai season 3, but didn't like the Kreese storyline. Definitely not as good as the first two. I haven't seen season 3. Probably never get to see it unless they release it on DVD or Blu-ray. Quincy Biddle says, yeah, okay, you're talking to Cinematic. Great stuff. I love that. Conspiracy Trifecta says, yeah, basically the technology for Avatar had to be made by James Cameron and his team in order for it to be made. That's why so many films are a byproduct of Avatar. A byproduct of Avatar. A byproduct of Avatar. The problem, I know what you mean. Cinematic, no conspiracy. Sorry, conspiracy trifecta. I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from, and you have a very good point. A byproduct of Avatar. Personally, I could not put it that way. For me, I could not phrase it that way. Because if I did, I would be saying, well, not necessarily saying, but I would be maybe giving a reason as to why after Avatar was released, we had so many movies in 3D. Do they owe something to Avatar? Maybe. But no, I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. A byproduct of Avatar. To me, that cheapens the films that came out after Avatar with the same 3D technology. It cheapens those movies. So even though I know where you're coming from, and to a certain extent I agree, to a certain extent, but I can't say that myself. I can't say that. Because to me, if I was to say every movie after Avatar was a byproduct of Avatar, I would be cheapening so many movies, 3D movies. So I can't put it that way. But I know where you're coming from, and I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I really do. Let's see. Where are we? Conspiracy Trifecta says the no glasses 3D technology they're working on for the Avatar sequel sounds like an awesome idea. It does. I'd say if it's for the better of the industry, I'd say if it's for the better of the industry, then he should move forward. I know Cameron, this is pretty much public knowledge to anyone who's into film. I know Cameron's been working on the 3D without the glasses. And yeah, the guy is a pioneer. But I mean, would that be cool? Yeah, of course. Yeah, cool. But I've never been a fan of 3D. To me, I'm glad 3D at the moment is dead. I'm not a fan. The last 3D movie I saw at the cinema was, I think, yeah, it was. It was Star Wars. The Force Awakens. Star Wars, The Force Awakens. In 3D, is it cool? Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I would much rather watch that movie in 2D. So going back to what I was saying earlier on, when it comes to Cameron, I'm not taking anything away from James Cameron. The guy is one of the best directors of this generation, the last generation, and probably the next generation. The thing is, and he is a visionary. But sometimes I think Cameron breaks ground that doesn't need to be broken. Kind of like what Jeff. I think I said this before. Kind of like what Jeff Goldblum says in Jurassic Park. You know, like Ian Malcolm. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should. I fucking love that line. Love that line from Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Yeah, but your scientists, sorry, let's start that again. Your scientists were so preoccupied whether they could, they didn't stop to think whether they should. Quincy Bill says Joel Schumacher knocked it out of the park with The Lost Boys. But man, some of these Batman movies. Yeah, Joel Schumacher did. Yep. Some people do say Joel Schumacher nearly killed the Batman franchise. That was never going to happen. There's always going to be a new Batman. Batman Forever, I was 15 when I went to see that movie. Twice I saw that movie. I enjoyed it. Batman and Robin, absolute shit show. Absolute shit show. The Lost Boys, yeah. The Lost Boys, man. That's down there somewhere on Blu-ray. I do own the Blu-ray of The Lost Boys. My favorite vampire movie from that era is Fright Night. Fright Night is probably my favorite vampire movie ever. The original from 1985. Conspiracy Trifecta says, have you ever seen Somewhere in Time? Is that the one with Christopher Reeves? I haven't seen it. No, my brother was a massive fan of that movie back in the 80s. But no, I haven't seen it. I would like to see it. Christopher Reeve, yeah, I would like to see it. I haven't seen it. And it's Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. She's in that movie too, isn't? Yeah, I mean, there's one reason to watch it. No, I haven't seen it, but I would like to see it. I would like to see it. Yes, Josh, yes. And Falling Down. There you go, Joel Schumacher, Falling Down. Yeah, great director. Don't know what made him go in that direction with Batman. Fuck knows. Money, probably. Falling Down. That's one of my go-to movies. I see Falling Down probably 15 times a year. That is one of my go-to movies. And it's a very quotable movie. Quincy Biddle says, Somewhere in Time is a great movie. Haven't seen it in a while, but really good movie. Yeah, I'm open to watching it. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it. I know my brother back in the 80s was a big fan of that movie. Quincy Bill says, yeah, Falling Down. And I like Flatliners. I haven't seen Flatliners in years. It's Kiefer Sutherland, yeah? I haven't seen Flatliners in years. I don't remember. I I don't remember much, hardly anything in Flatliners. But I remember enjoying it. I remember enjoying Flatliners. But falling down, oh, gee, Christ, falling down. Falling down is one of my go-tos, you know. It's one of my go-to movies. Josh, Flatliners is fantastic. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. I gotta revisit Flatliners. I haven't seen it in so long. Quincy Biddle says it. Quincy Biddle says it's okay, Rocky. LOL. Yeah, we appreciate that. You know, yeah, we appreciate that Quincy here doing his thing. You know, Quincy's a great guy. If I could have had Quincy Bills in one of my movies, I would have put maybe the next Expendables movie. Maybe that's something to think about, you know. Terrible impression. I know. My apologies. Quincy Biddle says, yeah, the American Office can be like whiskey. It's an acquired taste. Fucking hate whiskey. I can understand why people wouldn't get into. I love it though. That's what counts, Quincy. I love whiskey. Quincy, I love whiskey too. LOL. Can't fucking stand whiskey. Can't stand it. I remember there was a long time ago. I would have been, I'm 41. I would have been like 19, 20 years old at the time. And me and a friend bought this really, really skank cheap whiskey. I know it's not bourbon, or kind of it is and it isn't, but you know, it's not Jack Daniels. But that night, we had whiskey because me especially, I had problems at the time. With a lady I like very much. Her name was Amy. And she wouldn't have pissed on me if I was on fire. So I said to my friend, I said, do you want to just get hammered tonight? You know, what should we buy? Should we get a bottle of scotch? And we got the cheapest, skankiest scotch you can ever imagine. And yeah, I was very, very ill for hours after drinking that. I know you're thinking, you may be thinking, well, try Jack Daniels. Try Jack Daniels. That's different. Okay. But the smell, just the smell alone of whiskey, bourbon, whatever you want to call it, the smell makes me feel sick. And that's because of that night. The night was legendary. Who am I? Barney Stinson? Legendary. Legendary. But that part of it, not so cool. Josh says, the UK office is very subtle, hard to recreate in an American format. I agree. Good point. Modern Family did the mockumentary thing better than the US office, in my opinion. And the feel of that show was actually more like the UK. Yeah, definitely. The other night, it's over there pulling it. I've got Modern Family seasons 1 to 5 box set, but yeah, yeah, the mockumentary is, and yeah, it's got a feel to it that seems more British. I know, yeah, definitely. I know where you're coming from, Josh. Yeah. Yep. Josh says Phil yeah. Josh says Phil Dunphy is like the American David Brent. Yeah, Phil, yeah. He's like the cool dad, isn't he? He's like, yeah. The super cool dad. Quincy Biddle says more human than human. More human than human. Okay. Do. Just Living Dead Gal. That's Rob Zombie, yeah? Haven't heard it. Or did I listen to it as a suggestion? Well, I'm not sure. Living Dead Gal. That's definitely a Rob Zombie track, or it could be a Rob Zombie album, for all I know. Yep. Josh says, so his music is really too heavy for you. Too heavy for ya. Is there any metal you like? I don't know. Define metal. I like some Bullet for My Valentine. I like some of their tracks. That's metal, yeah. Bullet for My Valentine. Papa Roach. Yeah. So I do like some metal, but Rob Zombie is like, whoa, fuck, boy. Oh, it's way out there. Let's see. Quincy Bill says we have to get Rich to rock out to a Pantera song one day. Rest in peace, Daryl and Vinny. Rest in peace. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they are. I've never heard of Pantera. No, I've never heard of Pantera. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So my apologies for that. Cinematic Addict says they have Cobra Kai 2 season DVD at Walmart for $20. Definitely should buy it. I actually do own season 2 on DVD. I have season 1 on Blu-ray and season 1 and 2 on DVD. But season 3, unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to watch because I don't have Netflix. Josh says, Revolution is my name, would be a good one to start him off. A good one to start him off with, or Cowboys from Hell. I take it you're still talking about Rob Zombie? Rob Zombie's music? Cool stuff. Josh says, here's a question that'll take you all night to answer. What's the worst movie you have ever seen? Well, the worst movie I've ever seen, you got to give me some kind of measuring, like Dave McRae says. You got to give me some kind of measuring stick with that, because I could easily say Halloween Kills. Worst movie, Halloween Kills, the worst movie I've ever seen? No, it's not. But if you were to ask me my least favorite Halloween movie right now, it will be Halloween Kills. The worst movie, yeah, that's a great question, and it would take me all night. But you gotta give me some breathing space, you know. Give me some breathing space. It's a great question, but give me a little bit of give me a measuring stick. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the corniest movie I've ever seen? A comedy that just was not funny? A horror movie that was just not scary? I need a little bit more. I need just a little bit more. But it is a great question. But I do need just a little bit more. Josh says, I love Jim Carrey. Me too. But he annoyed me as the Riddler. Poor Dano will be good. Poor Dano? Never heard of him. Is that the new Riddler? See, I'm not up on this superhero stuff anymore. You know, it ended with me, for me, like with, I don't know, Batman Forever. Superman 4. Yes, I know. A lot of people hate that movie. I don't mind it. I don't mind Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. I think it's kind of like Jaws 4. Jaws 4, Superman 4. Both of those movies get so much shit, but they're not supposed to be Shakespeare, you know? But yeah, I'm a big fan of Jim Carrey. My favorite Jim Carrey movie is actually The Cable Guy, which did not do too well at the box office, but that's my favorite Jim Carrey movie, The Cable Guy. Second favorite, probably Dumb and Dumber. Pardon me. Cinema Addict says Jim Carrey would be a good Riddler if he was directed to be serious. Look at number 23. Good point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a Joel Schumacher movie, and yeah, I've never really thought of it that way. But that's a good point. Yeah, I agree. Jim Carrey could be a very menacing Riddler. Good point. Good point. Cinema Addict says, but excited for Paul Dano. He's a great actor. Never heard of him. Glad you have. Glad you enjoy his work. Quincy Biddle says Jim Carrey was at his best when he talked out of his butt. Oh, asshole, amigo. Give it to me. Pet Detective, yeah. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Great movie. Love that movie. Cinema Addict says, what do you think of Interview with a Vampire, Richard? Big fan? You're going to laugh. You will laugh. I've never seen it. Not all the way through. Interview with a Vampire, I've seen bits and bobs. I've never seen the movie all the way through. I'm not a massive fan of, is that Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt? Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise? I'm not a fan of either of those guys. So I'm not saying I won't like it, but I'm not a big fan of Brad Pitt. And I'm certainly not a big fan of Tom Cruise. Yeah. So big fan? No, I haven't seen it. Maybe one day I'll see it. Maybe one day I won't. Josh says, yeah, that's what I mean. It just felt like any other Jim Carrey character dressed up as the Riddler. Yeah, Batman Forever. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't directed by Joel Schumacher and they went a different way with it, the Riddler could have been a very menacing. Jim Carrey could have been a very scary Riddler if they had gone a different way with that movie. Excuse me. Josh follows up with, but with the right direction, yep. Well, yeah, with the right direction, could have worked. It could have worked. Yep. I don't mind Batman Forever. I don't mind it, but Batman and Robin, yeah. But yeah, if they wanted Jim Carrey to be a menacing, scary Riddler, Carrey could have pulled that off. Josh says, body for me. Couldn't give a fuck about whiskey. Yeah, vodka. Vodka is my favorite. What do they call it? A shot, yeah? So for me, it would be vodka, beer back. So shot of vodka and beer back straight away. Vodka is my favorite short. Quincy Bills. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Papa Roach, awesome. Love that song. Love that's the one. That's the go-to with Papa Roach. Don't give a fuck if I got my own bleeder. Yeah, love that song. Love that song. Josh says, okay, let's be genre specific. That might make it easier. Worst comedy, worst horror, worst action adventure, worst porno. Just kidding on the last one. The worst porno. No, yeah, the worst porno. 50 Shades. What an absolute fucking disappointment that film was. 50 Shades of Grey. Complete shit. Disappointing. Very disappointing. There you go. The worst comedy. Side of my eye. Worst comedy. Well, I'm going to have to go with something I was really looking forward to. And it did not meet my expectations. So the worst comedy, there's quite a few, but it's all about expectations. Worst comedy, I don't know, man. Well, look, DVDs down there, DVDs over there, down there. Probably the worst comedy. I mean, this is kind of like, off the cuff, but I've just seen it over there. It's Police Academy 7. I'm a massive fan of Police Academy 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and even 6. But number 7, Mission to Moscow, that's my least favorite comedy. But this is a big question, Worst horror. Expectation-wise, Halloween Kills. Worst action adventure. Worst action adventure. I don't have one. Josh says, I love the Cable Guy. I never met anyone else who likes it. LOL. Cable Guy. Yeah, love that movie. 1996. I went to see it at cinema. Yeah, it was a massive flop. Made no money. But my favorite Jim Carrey movie ever. Cinema Addict. I like porn. Good for you, buddy. Who doesn't? Says Josh. Josh, who doesn't? Cinema Addict. Worst comedy recently wrong Missy. Wrong Missy? Never heard of it. Josh says Kirsten Dunst was in it, right? As a kid. We talking about, Brad Pitt interview with a vampire. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in that movie. Can't stand Brad Pitt. Tom Cruise is a prick, but he's a good actor. Yeah, he is a prick. Yeah, he's a good actor. Tom Cruise is a good actor. He's, in my humble opinion, he's not one of the best actors that ever lived. But who is? I mean, come on, you know. My favorite Tom Cruise movie is Jerry Maguire. Love Jerry Maguire. Yeah, Josh, you still need to see The Color of Money. I still do. It's still ramped up. I still need to see that. Yep, I do. Quincy Bill says Brad Pitt was great in Interview, awesome in Troy, and killed it in Fury, in my opinion. Great stuff, man. Haven't seen Interview with a Vampire. Haven't seen Troy and Fury. I haven't seen those movies. But I'm not taking. Yeah, I think Tom Cruise is the better actor out of the two when it comes to Cruise and Brad Pitt. I think Cruise is a better actor, but I'm not taking anything away from what you love, man. What you love, what you like. Cinema Addict, worst horror, Frogs. I've never seen it, but it does sound bad. Worst action, Snakes on the Plane. Worst adventure, Door. Okay. Cinema Addict says Living Dead Gal plays during the intro of Bride of Chucky. Well, I've seen Bride of Chucky. I own Bride of Chucky. Next time I watch it, I'll pay more attention to the intro and the song. Quincy Biddle says, in my opinion, Disaster Movie was one of the worst comedies ever. I haven't seen it, but it was like Disaster Movie, Scary Movie, probably made by the same people. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but it's one of those. It's one of them movies. Yeah. Scary Movie, Disaster Movie. Quincy Biddle says, born on the 4th of July, my favorite cruise. You ain't gonna believe this. Baby, sure low, you know. Never seen it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Josh says, hope you enjoy Platoon. Josh knows full well that I have Platoon on Blu-ray and it's still in the wrapping. I haven't opened it. It's down there somewhere. I gotta watch it. And Wall Street. I gotta watch Wall Street. Quincy Bittle says there's a horror movie called Frogs. LOL, I want to see it. Yeah, I mean, it does sound dreadful. I mean, that's kind of like B movie horror stuff, you know? Josh, worst horror cast 2019. LOL. I'm glad you said 2019, Josh. I'm glad you said 2019 because I said Halloween Kills, the worst horror movie I've seen recently. But before that, in 2019, we had 2019's Black Christmas. Whoa, what a piece of shit. Absolute garbage. Absolute crap. So yeah, I'm going to take away Halloween Kills and replace it with 2019's Black Christmas. How could they even call it Black Christmas? What a shit show. Quincy Bittle says, horror cats, LOL. It just sounds horrible. Cinematic Addict says, I didn't bother watching it. I love cats. Too much for it to turn me off. Too much for it to turn me off to them. All right, guys, we've been going for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Give it another 5 minutes, maybe. Give it another 5 minutes. It's 2:14 a.m. here in the UK. So, yeah, we'll stop in another 4 or 5 minutes. Thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. Great show. Down to you. Not me, you. My channel, your show. Thank you so much. Quincy Bill says, oh, I thought it was a movie called Horror Cats. Okay, you're talking to Josh. Great stuff, great stuff. Cinematic Addict says, Interview is the only movie I like Tom Cruise in, and maybe Legend. I've never seen Legend. I'm not even sure if I've heard of it. But no, yeah, great. I will see it eventually, one day. Hopefully, Interview with Vampire. My favorite Tom Cruise movie is Jerry Maguire. Josh says, never seen Black Christmas 2019. Please don't waste your time. After your review, I won't rush to buy it. Laughing my ass off. It's not a movie with a political statement attached. It's a political statement with a movie attached. And it's god-awful. Quincy Bittle says, I've never seen Platoon, but I will surely check it out. Yep, I've got the Blu-ray. It's all wrapped up in the plastic. Hey, Underground Outlaw Federation. Haven't seen you for a bit. Welcome to the chat. I'm going to be here for the next couple of minutes. What's up? Yeah, not bad. Good to see you here, Underground. Haven't seen you for ages. Josh says, whoa, all in caps. Watch The Witch and The Lighthouse and Platoon. The Lighthouse. Probably not. The Witch, maybe. And Platoon, Definitely. Underground Outlaw Federation says, been a while, Richard. Let's go, Brandon. Are you talking about Brandon Lee? Quincy Biddle says, have you ever seen The Witches, 1992? Yes, I have. Years ago. I read the book as well. Roald Dahl book, great book as a kid, you know, where they turn the kids to mice. Pretty cool watch. Yeah, years ago. Good book. And, you know, it's a kid's book, but as a kid, the book kind of spooked me out. And it is a good movie. Okay. Great stuff. You guys talking to one another. I implore that. I love that. Great stuff. Underground Outlaw Federation says LGB is a popular phrase over here in the States. Quincy Bell says, thanks for a great stream. Thank you. Tonight, Rich and community. Love chatting movies with you guys. Thank you very much for being here, Quincy. Thank you very much. Yeah. Gonna end it right there. Hard into the paint. Josh says, great stream, Richard. See you next time, mate. Take care. You too, Josh. Yep, that's me. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. Yep. Bye, mate. I'll see you all again, hopefully, very soon. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.